Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we talk about all things fandom and we talk about it in a positive way. And if that's something that appeals to you, my friends, you've come to the right place and we are so happy to have you here because today we're going to be talking about the Alien franchise, but not in the way you think. No. You see, the Alien franchise has been around for a long time, and we're going to be talking about some of the films you may not know are actually part of the Alien franchise after all. So let's jump right into it. If you're a fan of movies like me, oftentimes you look for the little Easter eggs, the connections to other movies, and theories are fun. Theories are always fun about how does this movie connect to this movie? Are they in the same universe? But sometimes it's so blatantly obvious in a movie that they intended for it to be spotted, that they intended for you to know. Therefore, the director, writers, producers, all of the people involved in this movie, they are telling you in their minds this movie is connected. And we're going to look at a few incidences that connect several different movies you didn't know were connected to the Alien franchise. That's right. And some of these are going to shock you. So, Ridley Scott's Alien and Predator, you know, are connected. You know by now that Alien and Predator are connected. It's kind of something that just is, that everyone knows. But did you know that Alien is also connected to Blade Runner? That's right. Blade Runner and Alien are two very different projects. However, there are some Easter eggs that take place that suggest they're in the same universe. A video screen that reads Purge is visible in both films. Although you may not think that's a whole lot. In the 20th anniversary edition Alien DVD that was released in 1999, it mentions that Captain Dallas, played by Tom Skerritt, had taken a job from the Tyrell Company, which is the company that develops the replicants in Blade Runner. Scott later goes on to say on the Blade Runner DVD commentary that the futuristic version of LA that is shown in Blade Runner could easily be one that supports the crew that go out in Alien. While Alien takes place in the year 2122, the earliest events in Prometheus don't take place until around 2089, several generations after the future of Blade Runner 2049. Could this mean that the androids in the Alien universe are based off the replicants in Blade Runner? It should also be noted here that there's another huge connection. If you're connecting Blade Runner, there's something else you have to connect, because there's another movie that instantaneously connects to Blade Runner that you may not really even know about. This is not a movie that's very well known. At least I never hear a lot of people talk about it, but if you haven't seen it, you need to check it out. If only for this alone. Paul W.S. Anderson's 1998 movie Soldier was intended as an unofficial side sequel to Blade Runner. That's right, having been penned by the same screenwriter, David Peoples, and featuring references to the Battle of Tannhauser Gate and the Shoulder of Orion, as well as a flying spinner car in a junkyard. Whoa. So let's break that down. Blade Runner and its spin-off movie both incorporate things that connect both movies. So basically you have Blade Runner connecting it to Alien. You have Soldier that connects it to Blade Runner. So now you have these two things that are interconnected. If one's connected to Alien, doesn't it make sense that both of them are? Now, that's not the only connection to Alien, because Joss Whedon's classic TV show Firefly and its follow-up film Serenity reference the franchise as well. During Firefly's opening battle, Malcolm Reynolds operates a turret gun bearing a very familiar logo. The W icon of Weyland-Yutani Corporation from Alien is clearly visible on the turret's surface, implying that the company is still going strong centuries after its encounter with the Xenomorphs. The villainous operative in Serenity even utters a line similar to Weyland's slogan about making better worlds. It kind of makes you wonder if that was intentional or not. And of course it was. But would they have connected? Could they have connected? Was this an Easter egg just for fans? Sure, it most likely was. However, isn't it fun to think of these franchises all as one big entity? And we're not done, because the next couple ones that I'm going to talk about are going to blow your mind. Okay, so we all know the movie Die Hard and Die Hard 2. Are they Christmas movies or are they not Christmas movies? I'm going to tell you what they are. They're connected to the Alien franchise. That's right. Wait, what? How? Well, let me explain. Die Hard 2 may not have been as big as Die Hard 1, but a lot of fans truly love it. However, this also connects itself to another film. It connects itself to Commando. And not just to Commando, but to Predator as well. So if Die Hard 2 connects itself to Predator and to Commando, then that means that not only is Die Hard in the same franchise and the same universe as Alien, however, it also means that Commando and Predator are connected as well. So Commando is also connected into the Alien universe. Of course you're asking how. Both Commando and Die Hard have their lead characters face off against dictators from the fictional country of Val Verde. And I'm sorry if I mispronounced that name, but that's how I'm going to say it, Val Verde, which the United States apparently has a long-standing feud with. Not only this, but Val Verde is also the setting for the original Predator, implying that Val Verde is in the same cinematic universe as Alien, thereby connecting Die Hard and Commando. So, that's the thing. All of these movies feature something that could in fact connect them to the Alien franchise. Doesn't mean they are in fact part of the Alien franchise. Of course not. And there are several other films out there that I didn't mention in this list that actually do connect in some way to the Alien franchise through some sort of Easter egg, but I find it fun to look at it sometimes and try to figure out how they could connect and what could make it all work. So I wanted to ask you guys about these choices. Did any of these connections surprise you? Were they things that you noticed from the very beginning, or have you never noticed these things at all? Have you seen all of the movies on this list, or are some of these movies maybe not ones that you've seen? Some of these shows, like the Joss Whedon Firefly show, is a cult classic. Maybe you've watched it and maybe you haven't. Could you see that being connected to the Alien franchise? And what about Die Hard? I don't care if you think it's a Christmas movie or you don't think it's a Christmas movie. I know I watch it every Christmas, but I want to know if you think it's cool that this connection exists. Whatever you guys are thinking, I want to hear from you in the comments below. So make sure you are leaving me that comment. Make sure you're sharing this video with all of your friends. They're definitely going to want to be a part of this crazy conversation. And then, friends, don't forget to hit that like button. It's free, it helps the channel, and we really do appreciate it. And if you're liking our content and you want more positive talk about all of your favorite movies and franchises, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And while you're down there, you're going to want to hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single video we do. Then friends, at the end of the day, I know it and you know it. Fandom is family.